As temperatures warm up here in the North Country and the seasons begin to change, many will be looking to get out on the water, like the St. Lawrence River. However, there are many risks that recreationists need to keep in mind.
As recreation enthusiasts here in the North Country, we're going to have people that will drive by in the morning and we're going to see out still ice fishing where their opportunity is, and then by the afternoon we're going to see folks out in open water, maybe out on a kayak, canoe, starting to get the boat launch. So as we go into the transition of these seasons, we have to think about extra precautions we need to take to be safe on the ice and to be safe on the water.
According to New York Sea Grant, the first step everyone should take if going out on the water this spring is always to wear a life jacket.
Those that are going to be out open water boating in the days that are coming, especially as we start to hit 60 degrees, they have to have a life jacket on. It is a state law that you have to have a life jacket for everyone on board, and they have to be wearing it through the end of April. But also those that are out on the ice, this is a time that if you haven't been wearing your float coat or your float suit or a life jacket, it's a great time to put one on under your coat, to have it on, because if you do fall through the ice, it's going to bring you right back up.
As ice conditions begin to thin and become unstable, Sea Grant also advises forming a float plan.
When you're going to go out, you want to tell someone, when you're going, where you're going, and when you're coming back. So letting someone know those three things, we refer to it as a float plan. And that way, if all of a sudden, you're not back when you said, and the neighbor's looking out and your car's not back in the driveway, they know there may have been a problem. And that really is as well for folks that are going out on the ice, be it ice fishing, ice skating, whatever activity, because a lot of us do go out this time of year alone. It's great to be back outside.
And although the water may seem tempting as degrees in the North Countries begin to rise near 60, White warned that it is still winter beneath the water's surface, creating more risks for hypothermia.
Yeah, we're already starting to see a lot of open water, and for open water enthusiasts, they're starting to get excited about putting the boat in, but also, kayaks and canoes have really opened it up for us to, pop the kayak in the back of the truck, head down to the water, and gonna look beautiful. It'll be 60, but if you're like me, I've never been on a kayak when I stay dry. I always get wet, so you want to be prepared in case you do go in. Be prepared because hypothermia can set in quickly, but also just paddling around on it and enjoying the water, you're going to get wet. So you want to make sure you're dressed correctly to get wet because, like me, like I say, I'm always getting wet when I'm out there. So, be thinking about those things that, in May and June we don't think about. But for right now, we really need to think about as we're headed into that season and closing up one season.
And more information on early season activities on the water can be found on the New York Sea Grant's website as well as the DEC's website. For ABC 50 Now, I'm Isabella Colello.
For more local news, go to informnny.com or download the ABC 50 mobile app.